What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. First and foremost, let's have a look at the markets. Guys, we had a pretty nice recovery from yesterday to today. Yesterday and Saturday night leading into Sunday for us over here, it was crazy. Everything was crashing. It was doom and gloom. And look at this. Look at the rebound that we've already taken, guys. Look at some of these coins, man. Oh my goodness. Cardano, 33%. Neo, 27%. Stellar, 38%. EOS, 32%. Monero, 21%. NEM, 27%. Tron, 30%. Almost 34%. VeChain, 23%. It just goes on and on and on down here. Nano, 32. Omisego, 26. QTUM, 31. Guys, we are seeing double-digit recovery across the board. Now, is it too soon to jump to conclusion? Is it too soon to start celebrating? Well, it's crypto, and we always know that you never know. But I do know that it was felt a lot better waking up this morning. I'll say that, definitely having a better day right off the bat based on these markets, and I love seeing the green too, guys. So now some people think that may have to do with a release that came out from Mark Carney, the Bank of England governor, where he actually expressed that he doesn't think cryptocurrencies pose a risk in a letter that he wrote to the G20 members. So he says the FSB's initial assessment is that crypto assets do not pose risks to global financial stability at this time. This is in part because they are small relative to the financial system. So Carney himself, he also previously stated that he would prefer regulation over banning, even though he did back in February say that Bitcoin has failed as a currency. That's an opinion. But compared to legacy debt, however, this new asset class is no need for concern. So basically what they're saying is, because we only have a $330 billion market cap, it's not considered to be enough of a threat to the global financial system to really worry about it right now. But we'll see what happens when we push back up to the $1 trillion mark and beyond. Maybe they'll become a little bit more interested moving forward. So maybe some of that early good news is why we saw a little bit of that price rebound, that confidence coming back from the buyers again. The other really cool news was, Korea. We had the Korea FUD not too long ago, but they're actually looking to loosen and potentially reverse their views on their ICOs. They say that the financial authorities have been talking to the country's tax agency, justice ministry, and other relevant government offices about a plan to allow ICOs in Korea when certain conditions are met. So, last year, ICOs raked in roughly $6 billion, and many have attributed the surge in funding to a baseless cryptocurrency craze wherein people are investing not due to company fundamentals, but to irrational exuberance and fear of missing out, FOMO, right? So in response to the multitude of issues, South Korea has issued the outright ban before recently deciding to partially embrace the crypto market. With certain conditions in place, despite the local ban next year, the administration has not yet implemented the ICO rule and has not pursued companies to return ICO funds. In the meantime, local investors have been investing in foreign token sales and cryptocurrency exchanges operating in South Korea. So that's more good news moving forward, I would say. The other big thing is Bittrex is planning to delist 82 of its tokens that are violating their terms of service. Now, before everybody just jumps up in arms and, oh no, are they going to delist my currency? The main issue that they're having here is with these currencies right here. I mean, what are these? Bob, FC2, HKG, TIT? What's that? Yeah, Xseed. So look at these guys. Basically, the issue is that these cryptocurrencies are essentially dead. They have no liquidity whatsoever. And that's one of the issues that Bittrex is having. They're basically trying to clean up shop a little bit, get the clutter out, right? And, maybe that's something CoinMarketCap would want to do as well, because there is a lot of coins. There are a lot of coins that just are dead. There's stupid tokens that were made years ago. I mean, there's a Putin coin, a Donald Trump coin. I'm pretty sure I saw like a President Roosevelt coin or something like that. So they're basically just looking to clean up shop. They're not looking to get rid of any projects that are, legit moving forward. But before we had the crypto asset revolution, which happened within the last couple of years, basically what we were seeing was just a fork after a fork after a fork of Bitcoin. You had Litecoin, which was, a fork of Bitcoin. And a lot of these currencies were basically just trying to re-emulate the success of Bitcoin by using characters to represent them. Obviously, the biggest meme coin of all time is Dogecoin. There's a Pepe coin, the sad Pepe meme. So they're basically just trying to clean up shop with that. But also talking about exchanges, we do see that Kyber Network is releasing their public beta extremely soon. They're supposed to be doing it today at 3 p.m. GMT plus 8 time. So that's when the mainnet beta stage will be available. So if anybody's interested in trying that out, that's really cool. I'm glad to see that Kyber Network is finally releasing that product that we've all been waiting for. Another one that just caught my attention that I didn't even know this was going on, really, I had no idea, was the Nanex exchange. So I just found over here that Nanex has actually been listed on CoinMarketCap. So I took an opportunity to come over here and check it out. It looks like a regular exchange. It's got kind of like an Ether Delta feel with that black, green, red kind of vibe to it. It's all right. So it looks like they're trading several assets right now. They have, Bitcoin to Nano, Litecoin to Nano, Ethereum to Nano, Bitcoin private to Nano, and Garlic to Nano. So guys, if you want to get your Garlic, you need to come over to Nano. So what is Garlic, guys? Garlic Coin is a new and friendly decentralized cryptocurrency that you've never heard of. It's fresh out of the oven. Garlic Coin. So Garlic Coin formed on a few simple fundamentals: cheap, fast transactions, low barrier to entry, and I'm not going to go into this, guys, but Garlic Coin. Have a look at that one. See how you guys feel about that. But the Nanex exchange, it's up, it's running. They're getting ready to go right now, so check it out. Also, as far as exchanges are concerned, we are seeing the rise of these decentralized exchanges moving forward. And I think one that kind of went under the radar was Switcheo, because everybody was really pumped about Nex coming out on Neo, but I wanted to also talk about Switcheo, which they're saying is the first real decentralized exchange on Neo. They already have an MVP, and if you guys don't know, their token sales sold out incredibly fast. Like, it came out and then it sold out and it was just done. Okay, it was really a hot topic, and I wanted to actually look a little more into Switcheo because I had heard about them, but I didn't realize that they have, a pretty prominent roadmap. They have a clear vision. They have an MVP coming forward, and also they have strong partnerships, obviously, with Neo Global Capital. And the one question that a lot of people are concerned about, not concerned, but curious about, is what is going to be the value or utility of the Switcheo token? Are we going to be receiving these rewards that you get, for example, holding Binance or holding, KuCoin or bibox, Bix, whatever? So are you going to get a percentage of the trades? We don't know, but we're looking forward to seeing how that's going to play out in the future. I came over here. I had a look at the website. It's pretty cool. Definitely cool. It was a little bit of an overlooked gem for me. I had heard about it, but crypto, there's so much going on, so much moving. But also talking about Neo, I wanted to talk about some of the successes that we've seen from TheKey in particular, and Guardium also, who moved over from the Ethereum network to the Neo platform, which we have seen in the future. Well, not have seen, but, I think this might be a trend moving forward. I mean, we've had Narrative moving over from Ethereum to Neo. We had WowWoo moving over, and Guardium has moved over. But on the topic of this discussion, TheKey has managed to eliminate the use of multiple documents for user identification in hospitals. On top of that, it has announced that user data from Chinese social media site WeChat will now be used to identify people seeking healthcare in the city of Guangzhou. So that's something brand new that we're seeing right here. And I think that moving forward, it's going to be really awesome to look at how these projects are going to actually implement these identity things moving forward. So I just wanted to say that, this is really big. It's somewhat of the equivalent of using Facebook's data to verify identity by asking people that are seeking healthcare services. So the success, they're saying, is not based 100% on TheKey. It's because of the revolutionary identity system of Neo Smart Contract Platform, which incorporates global identities using blockchain technology, okay? This is known as the PKI X.509 standard, You guys don't really have to know about that. I don't even really know about that myself. But it secures the identities using the blockchain. And this is informed by the fact that even as blockchain allows for asset digitization and an increased level of anonymity, it's conforming to existing standards set by the state, but they're saying that it may not exactly be replacing standard documentation such as, passports and, local identity like your driver's license or something like that, right? So they say that another thing I wanted to say too is, speaking of Guardium, which is like the 911 on the blockchain, they recently switched from Ethereum to Neo, and they say that a lot of developers are realizing that Ethereum may have somewhat of these scalability issues, and the fact that a project as large as Guardium Circle has decided to move to Neo might be an indicator for the future success of this platform. So obviously this is a really good time for Neo holders. You guys saw we had an amazing bounce back from yesterday, and as the Neo ecosystem continues to grow with successful projects like TheKey, Guardium Circle, hopefully with Switcheo, and even projects they didn't mention here like Q-Link. Q-Link has a real product with their base stations. They're doing real things. So I just wanted to kind of give a shout out to my Neo camp out there. I know you guys are watching, and I always got to kind of put that Neo news in, just kind of sneak it in to let you guys know. And speaking of that, I also wanted to say that we saw that demonstration from Ron Cheng from Elastos yesterday on an Android, and now we have, what is said to be the first confirmation of Elastos running on iOS, which I'm pretty pumped about because you guys know, yeah, I own Apple products. I don't know. It dates back to years and years and years ago. I did a lot of production music, so I like the setup. I'm comfortable with iOS. I'm comfortable with Apple products, so I get really excited when wallets come out for iOS or when software is coming out for iOS. So that's really awesome from the Elastos camp. Just in regular everyday news, I just wanted to talk about MasterCard has actually released a statement on how they feel about integrating cryptocurrencies into their platforms. So their quote is, they don't mind state-issued cryptocurrencies, but they're not feeling anonymous cryptocurrencies. So MasterCard executive Ari Sarkar told Financial Times that if government looks to create national digital currency, we'd be more than happy to look into those in a more than favorable way as compared to cryptocurrencies in general. So basically, so long as it's backed by a regulator and the value, then it's not anonymous. It is meeting all the regulatory requirements. So, yeah. And then it says that also another thing is that MasterCard has filed their own patent for instantaneous payments using blockchain technology as of November of last year. And a MasterCard spokesperson noted that MasterCard Labs has filed for over 30 patents. So they are working with blockchain technology. They will support a wide range of use cases, including but not exclusive to, business-to-business interbank payments, trading, or tracking trade finance obligations along the value chain, et cetera, et cetera. So basically, in a nutshell, they're not too keen on these really ultimately decentralized private type coins like Bitcoin. Nobody really knows who created it, Satoshi Nakamoto, but they're all right if it's a state issued one. So I don't know what really that does for adoption personally. Maybe. We'll see moving forward. Also, real quick story, UK IT Maker plans Britain's biggest Bitcoin mining farm. So Bladitech, which is a supplier of high-powered IT equipment in the UK, is reportedly planning to build a roughly $14 million Bitcoin mining farm across 3 locations in England. So they're looking to raise this money from investors to build a 300 to 500 square foot Bitcoin farm facility. And they're going to be calling it the third Bladitech Bitcoin Mining Company Ltd. So the company is planning on ultimately having it be 100% shareholder owned. And to quote them, they say, "We are entirely focused on maximizing shareholder returns. And so understanding the relatively volatile nature of Bitcoins, we have allowed for 4 different growth scenarios with up to 45% capital growth per annum. The company intends to exit Bitcoin mining within 2 to 3 years, with shareholders' returns earned from the sales of mined Bitcoins and the mining equipment in pound sterling. This is touted as a proven exit strategy to be enforced in an AA scenario where the value of Bitcoin hasn't increased above a forecast value, or if the company doesn't obtain permission from its investors to continue mining." All right. So, yeah, So that's more adoption going forward, and this is looking to be heavily backed by investors. On the same topic of mining, this is news to me because I live in New York, so I found this interesting. So New York is going to be the first in the U.S. to ban crypto mining after operations are depleting roughly 10% of the town's electricity. So on Thursday, Plattsburgh, New York was shocked from a voltage of its own by its city council, putting a halt to any commercial cryptocurrency mining for the next 18 months. The town gets approximately 104 megawatt hours of power each month, and if it exceeds that, then they have to pay for it by purchasing electricity on the open market for a much more significant cost. So even though they offer some of the cheapest electricity in the world because of the fact that it has such a close proximity to the hydroelectric dam, all right, they are still not happy about these cryptocurrency miners coming in and taking advantage of that cheap electricity. So they're saying that it wasn't until these cryptocurrency miners came in that the status quo changed. So flocking towards a price of now 2 cents per kilowatt hour offered to industrial operations, miners took advantage of the cost savings and used way more than the city thought possible. So their response to that was that any mining company that violates the law may be fined up to $1,000 per day that they violate. But the miners say that they are more than willing to pay these electrical overages, especially in the colder months. They say it would never cost the Plattsburgh citizens any more money to let miners come in because they are willing to pay for those overages, and that is directly quoted from a local citizen. So the PSC gave authorities in upstate New York the authority to impose tariffs on cryptocurrency miners. But one of the main questions is, what benefits are mining going to actually provide for the town? So they're dealing with this unregulated space. Yes, it's creating jobs for the miners, but they're saying that it's a currency that doesn't physically exist. So some argue that there's no economic benefit, while others seem to support the idea that mining coins creates currency that converts to a taxable dollar. So in one hand, it potentially creates taxes, but in the other hand, they're saying it's a wasted use of electricity. Now, some have argued that proof of work is a waste of electricity, it's a waste of resources, it's a waste of power. But as we have seen on the Bitcoin blockchain, it does provide one of the most secure open ledgers and blockchains basically ever. So proof of work is probably one of the best consensus algorithms ever. It's the safest, most secure, but it does waste a lot of electricity. And I think moving forward, that is going to consistently be a talk of conversation. Proof of work, proof of stake, Byzantine fault tolerance, RDPoS, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we're definitely going to see that battle between consensus algorithm moving forward, probably for the rest of the year and more moving forward, because they're going to be looking to find a better solution to being able to mine these cryptocurrencies, having them be secure and safe, but also not trying to waste tons of electricity in the process. That's something to look forward to. I mean, maybe a company can figure out ways to kind of utilize less electricity. I mean, that's a good thing to focus in on moving forward. So if anybody's, into that kind of technology, there could be a lot of money in that solution. I mean, you always could do like hydro and air powered and stuff, or wind powered and stuff like that, water powered. So that's an interesting talk. I mean, I definitely see that being brought up a lot moving forward. And then finally, I just wanted to talk once again about video games and blockchain. Now, I know that I believe there's a conference right now in New York going on that I heard about. I'm not too sure what it is, but I know it's related to gaming and blockchain. So, once again, talking about BitGuild, I've brought this up before in other videos, but they're really looking to allow this blockchain integration, because whereas you used to have the data on central servers for like any video games in general, right? But the idea is like you want to get these things that you win or that you earn in a game. Say you have like a battle axe or a sword or some kind of a gem or whatever it is, whatever game that you're playing, whatever assets you can pick up in that game. They're really, really pushing forward the ability to put those assets on a blockchain so that they could be freely traded and sent on, a ledger. Whereas they're not going to be stored on a they're not going to be stored on a centralized exchange or database, but you personally are going to own that item. You're going to actually own that item, on a blockchain, So yeah, really, really awesome moving forward. So I just wanted to just touch on that again one more time because, yeah, why not, guys? And yeah, so taking a look at these markets, it looks like an all right day, guys. I wouldn't say that we're 100% out of the woods, excuse me. But it definitely feels good to be seeing things in green today. So obviously, guys, be safe out there. You know what I'm saying? I spoke a lot yesterday about dollar cost averaging and the importance of it. So if you guys wanted to check that out. And I definitely think moving forward, I'm still pumped. So yeah, guys, that is the crypto news for today. I hope everyone is having a great start to their week. Thank you for coming back to my channel. You guys are amazing. Smash the like button or just gently tap the like button. You don't have to smash it. No, I'm not asking you to break your computer. So that being said, you guys are amazing. Thank you for coming back to my channel. My name is K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.